Hi folks, and welcome to the Fimblemilk channel. I'm in the woods again, as you might see and hear, and as you have already seen, this is about another knife review, and this is a knife that is a little bit of underestimated in my opinion. It has a huge fandom with a limited number within the bushcraft and survival community, but a lot of people tend to sneer down their noses on it because I'm talking about this little guy here. This is the Morakniv Robust. This is catered towards the needs of construction workers, landscapers, and really heavy duty applications. And this one is identical to one I carried a lot in construction work, and I did everything with it, from cutting open bags and cutting bitumen or tar paper or something, and even at one time I was in one for a chisel, so I needed to work with light construction bricks. You know, the white ones, called Itong in the brand in Germany, and synonymous for the kind of, don't even know how the term is in English. I think it's a light construction brick. The white ones, as I said, those porous ones, you can actually they are rather soft. They are just you know what I mean. Unfortunately, I had to lever up something. I think it was a door frame. We had to lever out a door frame, and I was using it, and then of course, and not the blade broke. I still have it somewhere, and must make a new handle for it. But the handle failed, which wasn't actually. Well, if you do something like this, small wonder that it happens. On the other hand, this is it really is what the name says, and the blade is made from I think it's laser water cut from C100 German steel, which is essentially steel with 1% carbon in it, and nothing else, and iron, of course, obviously, but the steel would take a temper of up to 61 degrees Rockwell, but is tempered to 56 to maybe 58, which doesn't in the least exceed the potential of the steel, and so it is a very ductile and very strong and resilient heat treatment that you have with this steel. And the blade is some short of 100 millimeters long. I think it's some 90 millimeters. It is rather compact, not compared to the companion. You can control the tip with your index finger, which is a really valuable thing to do with if you're carving and doing stuff like that. For slöjd, you might find the broad tip or broader tip as compared to the Morakniv companion. I will do a review on that too. A little bit too broad, but it also lends a lot of stability to it. So, well, and I know you guys want to watch me doing some silly stuff with knives that you normally don't do, and so I will fire away. But first things first, this is aged beech, and life's a beach. And look at that. this is the sharpness comparable. I had to shapen it, but it's comparable to how it comes out of the box. And you see, it's a Scandi grind with the tiniest of micro bevels. And I don't know if that's intended. I think it is a true Scandi grind normally. So, well, and if you look at this, this little guy here, I'll get up, even if I'm and I do something like this. Something like this. You could even use it to make a mortise and tenon joint. Just don't hit the end with a hammer. And yes, colleague of mine did. And if you do something like that, well, will not become a decent mortise and tenon joint, because the woods, as opposed to what I was thinking, is rotten. And well, the surface here is aged beech too. Look at that. Nothing happened. And this breaking over a little, because I will need this later on. Battening against the grain is something you also don't do. See what this does. And the thicker broke my batten. And look at that. Take note, I used as much of the edge line as possible in order to make it more to blunt it equally. So and as you can see, it's not even halfway damaged by this abuse. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to do something that permanently damages it, but you have to take my word for it that it's standing to up to a lot of more abuse than I can show you now. Another, don't know what this is. This is also a piece of oak, and maybe a little bit more decent quality. Obviously this is just a test for the tip, and the handle, but and it's not recommendable, of course. It's not something you want to do with your knife. It's not the intended use of a knife, get yourself a fucking chisel. So it's not recommended that you abuse your knife at all, and you know my stand on battening, because I think there are better ways, better tools to than just abusing your primary tool. But as you guys this is not what you do, by the way. You can use your knife faster carving off the piece you want to carve off than battening, and it just is what a knife is designed for, and that's not battening. But as I said, this is, I wanted to show you that it stands up to abuse. Like that. And placing a stop cut here, just because. And maybe you hear the sound of the cut, which hints of still a rather decent sharpness, and putting on a little triangular section here, and carving off the bark, moving the bark like that, placing a stop cut here, and like that. Move a little bit of here and there. And placing a stop cut here. Making some incisions here. If you wanted a full tutorial video, I got several how I carve wood spirits. This is just for the demonstrational purposes. So, and it's not nothing fancy. It's just for testing the knife. And as you see, I'm working with a tip that I have really abused, and I'm working with the tip in a rather precise manner, if you so will. Not that I were very precise, and but just to show you that the sharpness still there. And I think these are valid tests, because you will find out really fast if a knife is sharp or not, if you're actually carving with it. You can get by with rather blunt knife for everyday camping chores, but if you're detail carving hardwood like I do now, not that it were anything to be proud of, mind you, but it really shows whether or not the knife is still capable. And keep in mind, this is a knife catering to really big abuse, and it was developed for being abused, and so this is what I mean. This is nothing to be proud of. A little bit wild and rough, and I could always refine it. Looks a little bit like me, and I could also do with some refining. But you see what I mean. And this is what I really want to say. It's not about battening all the time. It's not. You might want to abuse it. You might need to abuse it, and there might be occasions where the need arises. But this knife can handle it all. It's not just that you carry it in case you need to pry out a door frame, and it would be crap all the time. That's not how it works. And it's also not a fighting knife. It's also not something you carry for self-defense, and it's just really, it's nothing fancy, really. And it's maybe I find the aesthetics okayish. It's not something I would admire all day long. I got other knives for that, and most of them are with natural handles and something, and but it's okayish. And the thing is, it performs way above its price tag, and this is what I want to really recommend to you guys who want to game prepping or bushcrafting and carving, getting started. You don't want to pay an arm and a leg for your entry knife, because you don't know if you will stick to it, and this is also something that to reside in your toolbox, to have a knife handy in order if you need to cut tar paper or duct tape or something. It's just, it has done it all. And it is not the best knife there is. That's not what I'm saying. It's not outperforming Feldknieven F1 or Castrum SFK. It's not. It's up to them. It's not the gap isn't that huge. It's just, it does what it is intended to do, and the others are really obviously better, but they are not that much better than you would expect. It's not. They are not magical sorcery steel knives, and well. What you want to do when you are when you want to use it for bushcraft, you want to sharpen the spine, and as you can see, it's not quite there. I already did something at home, but this is something you might find handy, and well. On the other hand, you could do this alright, even in the forest, and I show you how. And you want to take some sort of a sandstone, and if you look against the light and you see something is glittering, this is what you want to have. You want to have some abrasive compound in the stone, and a certain roughness to it. And you excuse me, you just wet the surface a little bit, like that, and you can. The rock should be as straight as possible beforehand. It will work. The knife will work itself into the will work itself into the stone, because sandstones are rather soft. Oh, and it's starting to rain. A little bit. How inconvenient. Like that, and you will be left with, I don't know if that was enough. Well, it already is a bit better, like that. So, since it's starting to rain cats and dogs, I will now make myself shelter, and hope you enjoyed the video. It was halfway helpful, and don't fall for the marketing trap. Until then, take good care, don't get yourself all wet, and see you soon. Bye.